In our lives, we encounter various individuals, some of whom bring us joy, support, and inspiration, while others may exert a negative influence on our emotional state and well-being. Toxic people are those who consistently spread negativity, provoke conflicts, and drain our energy. Avoiding such individuals is an important step towards creating a happy and toxicity-free life. So, why do we need to avoid toxic people? Why should we strive to surround ourselves with positive and supportive individuals? Let's consider several key reasons. Toxic people can seriously impact our emotional state. They constantly complain, criticize, manipulate, and create drama around them. As a result, we begin to feel tired, stressed, and even depressed. By avoiding such people, we protect our emotional stability and maintain a positive outlook. They can hinder our personal growth and development. They don't believe in our abilities, constantly criticize us, and suppress our motivation. When we surround ourselves with such people, we begin to doubt our strengths and capabilities. By avoiding toxic people, we create space for our personal growth and development. They can cause conflicts, erode trust, and create tension in communication. By avoiding such people, we open up opportunities for healthy and supportive relationships with those who truly value us and our happy life. Toxic people can be real energy vampires. They constantly demand our attention, time, and emotional resources. As a result, we feel drained and devoid of energy. By avoiding such people, we preserve our energy to focus on our goals and build a happy life. They can negatively affect our self-esteem and confidence. They constantly criticize, compare, and suppress our self-expression. By avoiding such people, we create conditions for the development of healthy self-esteem and confidence in our abilities. Thus, avoiding toxic people is a necessary step to protect our emotional well-being, support our personal growth, improve the quality of our relationships, preserve our energy, and enhance our self-esteem. I would be grateful if you subscribe to the channel to support our movement and content dissemination. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications to not miss any of our future videos. Thank you for your interest and support. How do toxic people affect our lives? Toxic individuals can have a deep and negative impact on our lives. Their presence can induce stress, anxiety, and even depression. They can undermine our self-esteem, belittle us, and drain our energy. Interacting with such people can lead to a loss of motivation, decreased productivity, and even the breakdown of our relationships. When faced with toxic people in our lives, we often experience emotional tension and stress. They can evoke negative emotions, dampen our spirits, and even affect our physical health. However, there is a way to maintain emotional balance and become stoic in dealing with such individuals. Stoicism is a philosophical school that teaches us to control our emotions and reactions to external circumstances. It teaches us to accept what we cannot change and focus on what is within our control. In the context of interacting with toxic people, Stoicism can help us maintain emotional equilibrium and not allow them to influence our psychological stability. The first step in becoming stoic in dealing with toxic people is to accept the situation as it is. We cannot change other people, but we can change our attitude towards them. By acknowledging the fact that toxic people exist and can influence our lives, we begin to realize that our reaction to them depends solely on us. Let's consider one type of toxic person, the energy vampire, and learn how to recognize and avoid their influence in our lives. An energy vampire is someone who constantly seeks to drain your energy and attention, leaving you exhausted and worn out. They could be your colleague, friend, or even a close relative. Recognizing an energy vampire is not always easy, but with some signs, you can identify who among your acquaintances fits this type of person. One of the main signs of an energy vampire is their constant need for attention. They always strive to be the center of attention and only talk about themselves. When you start talking about your problems or joys, they immediately shift the conversation back to themselves. They are not interested in your feelings and emotions, they only crave validation of their significance. Another sign of an energy vampire is that after interacting with them, you feel drained and emotionally exhausted. They constantly demand your attention and energy, and you often feel like you don't have the strength for your own affairs and concerns. An energy vampire often uses manipulative tactics to get what they want from you. They may use guilt, accusations, or even threats to make you do what they want. They do not respect your boundaries and often violate them to satisfy their own needs. An energy vampire often complains about their life and creates a negative atmosphere around them. They constantly seek support and sympathy but take no action to change their situation. Their constant complaining and negativity can greatly affect your mood and energy. To combat energy vampires, it's important to learn to set boundaries and protect our energy. Here are several examples of how to deal with such individuals. Set boundaries. Don't be afraid to say no and assert your personal boundaries. If an energy vampire tries to take too much of your time and energy, set limits and focus on your own needs. If you realize that interacting with an energy vampire is draining you too much, limit the time you spend with them. Don't hesitate to say that you have other commitments or that you need time to rest. Energy vampires often try to draw you into their problems and dramas. Don't allow them to control your emotions and don't engage in their game. Stay calm and neutral and don't let them affect your emotional state. If you feel like you can't handle an energy vampire on your own, reach out to friends or professionals for support. They can help you understand the situation and find ways to protect your energy. Recognizing an energy vampire is the first step in avoiding their influence on your life. Don't be afraid to set boundaries and protect your energy to create a happy and toxicity-free life. An energy vampire is a person who constantly tries to drain our energy and attention, leaving us exhausted and emotionally drained. They can be extremely selfish and always seek ways to get energy from other people. How does an energy vampire affect our emotional state? They can be extremely demanding and always seek ways to get energy from other people. When we are in their presence, we feel our energy slowly draining away, leaving us without strength and motivation. This can lead to feelings of fatigue, irritability, and even depression. They may constantly complain, criticize, and spread negative emotions. When we are around them, we start immersing ourselves in their negative energy, which can lead to a deterioration of our emotional state. We may become more irritable, subdued, and unhappy. They may constantly focus on problems and negative aspects of life, which can dampen our mood and rob us of joy. When we are around them, we may lose interest in things that used to bring us pleasure and lose sight of the meaning in our goals and dreams. They may constantly criticize us, belittle us, and undermine our self-esteem. When we are around them, we begin to doubt ourselves, our abilities, and our worth. This can lead to a deterioration of our self-esteem and self-confidence. They may cause us stress, anxiety, and insecurity. When we are in their presence, we may feel unbalanced and restless. This can disrupt our emotional balance and make it difficult for us to communicate with other people. To deal with an energy vampire, it's important to learn to establish boundaries and protect your energy. It's crucial to realize that we have the right to our energy and aren't obligated to give it away to someone who constantly tries to drain it from us. We can set boundaries when interacting with an energy vampire by limiting the time we spend with them and avoiding topics that trigger negative emotions. It's also important to develop emotional intelligence to become more resilient to the influence of an energy vampire. We can learn to manage our emotions, cultivate positive thinking, and find ways to replenish our energy after interacting with them. If you have a coworker who constantly complains and spreads negative energy, try limiting the time you spend with them and avoid discussing negative topics. Instead, focus on the positive aspects of work and find ways to restore your energy after interacting with them. If you have a friend who always demands your attention and energy, set boundaries and explain that you have your own needs and limited resources. Offer them other ways to receive support and help, such as suggesting they seek assistance from a professional or join a support group. It's important to remember that we have the right to our energy and emotional well-being. Don't hesitate to establish boundaries and protect your energy from energy vampires. This will help you maintain emotional balance and create a happy and toxicity-free life. How to avoid an energy vampire? An energy vampire is a person who constantly tries to drain your energy and attention, leaving you exhausted and worn out. They can be selfish, always demanding your attention and support, but never giving anything in return. Interacting with an energy vampire can seriously affect your emotional state and health. In this section, we'll explore several strategies to help you avoid an energy vampire and preserve your energy. The first step in avoiding an energy vampire is to set boundaries. Determine how much time and energy you're willing to spend interacting with them. Be firm and persistent in your decisions. If you feel your energy starting to deplete, don't hesitate to say no and assert your boundaries. Remember that your time and energy are valuable and you have the right to manage them as you see fit. Limit contact. If you realize that the person you're interacting with is an energy vampire, try to limit contact with them. Don't respond to every message or call, and don't spend too much time in their company. Gradually reduce the amount of interaction to preserve your energy and avoid negative influence. One way to avoid an energy vampire is to find support among other people. Communicate with those who inspire and support you, who give you positive energy. This will help you maintain balance and avoid exhaustion. Find people with whom you can share your feelings and experiences and who will support you in difficult situations. One of the key aspects of avoiding an energy vampire is self-respect. Boost your self-esteem and self-confidence. Remember that you deserve to be surrounded by people who support and inspire you. Don't let an energy vampire drain your energy and self-respect. Respect yourself and your boundaries, and don't be afraid to stand up for your rights. Practice self-care. One of the most effective ways to avoid an energy vampire is to take care of yourself. Take time for self-care and self-improvement. Engage in activities and hobbies that bring you joy and satisfaction. Practice meditation, yoga, or other relaxation techniques to strengthen your energy shield. The more you take care of yourself, the less room there will be for an energy vampire in your life. Maintain positivity. One way to avoid an energy vampire is to maintain positivity in your life. Focus on the positive aspects and events, and try not to let negative people and situations affect your mood. Practice gratitude and appreciation, find joy in small things. The more you maintain positivity, the less room there will be for an energy vampire in your life. Avoiding energy vampires is a crucial step toward creating a happy and toxicity-free life. Establishing boundaries, limiting contact, seeking support, practicing self-respect, self-care, and maintaining positivity are all strategies that will help you steer clear of energy vampires and preserve your energy. Remember that you deserve to be surrounded by people who support and inspire you. Real-life examples: how to deal with energy vampires. Energy vampires are individuals who constantly try to drain our energy and attention, leaving us feeling depleted and drained. They can be selfish, greedy, constantly demanding our attention and support. Interacting with energy vampires can be extremely draining and negatively impact our emotional state. However, there are ways to combat these toxic individuals and preserve our energy and mental balance. Example 1. Establishing boundaries. One way to deal with energy vampires is by setting boundaries. It's important to understand that we have the right to our energy and time, and nobody has the right to take them away from us without our consent. If you notice someone constantly demanding your attention and energy, don't hesitate to set boundaries. For instance, you can say, "I'm sorry, I don't have the time and energy for this conversation right now, let's talk later." Remember, setting boundaries is not selfish, it's self-care. Example 2. Supporting your energy. To combat energy vampires, it's essential to actively take care of your energy. This may include self-care practices such as meditation, yoga, outdoor walks, or reading books. Find what helps you recharge your energy and make it a regular practice. When you feel energetic and balanced, you'll find it easier to deal with energy vampires and prevent them from draining your energy. Example 3. Cultivating relationships with positive people. One of the most effective ways to deal with energy vampires is by nurturing relationships with positive and supportive individuals. Find people who inspire, support, and bring joy to your life. Spend time with them, communicate, share your thoughts and feelings. When you have support and understanding from positive people around you, you'll become more resilient to the influence of energy vampires. Example 4. Developing emotional intelligence. Developing emotional intelligence can also help you deal with energy vampires. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage your emotions as well as the emotions of others. When you enhance your emotional intelligence, you become more aware and capable of recognizing energy vampires and their influence on you. You'll be better able to control your reactions and make decisions based on sound judgment rather than emotions. Example 5. Seeking support. If you're struggling to deal with energy vampires, don't hesitate to seek support. Share your problems with your friends or loved ones and ask for their advice. Sometimes, simply sharing your thoughts and emotions with someone who understands can help you find a solution and cope with toxic individuals. You can also turn to professionals such as psychologists or coaches who can help you understand the situation and offer effective strategies for dealing with energy vampires. Dealing with energy vampires can be a challenging task, but with the right strategies and support, you can preserve your energy and emotional balance. Remember that you have the right to your energy and a healthy life, and nobody should take them away from you. Now, I invite you to continue the discussion and exchange opinions in the comments below this video. We believe that each of us can find our own path, drawing on the wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Thank you for your attention and active participation in the discussion. Until we meet again.